Hi there and welcome to LeadingME Wee Gems. Have we got a wee gem for you today? Today we are going to talk about discovering your true purpose. Discovering your true purpose. It's a biggie. It's a biggie because no matter how many people I have worked with for all of these years, when I ask that question, the majority of the people I ask cannot answer. And it doesn't matter where they are within the company status. They could be at the top of the company and they actually don't know what their purpose is. And it's partly why when I first work with people, they go through an online course that I have called Decision Making Made Easy, the 6-step strategy for easy decision making. Because if I'm working with someone to get them to where they want to be, if you don't know what your purpose is, what chance have we got in getting you to where you want to be, right? So the online course helps people get their values, their purpose and their vision sorted. And I need that before we can really do anything about what people want to do and where they want to go. So I want to ask you a question. I want to ask you the question, what is your purpose? What is your purpose? Now, if you're sitting there and you say, well, Mags, my purpose is X, Y, and Z. That's what my purpose is. And you can do that in a sentence or a couple of words. Then you are absolutely brilliant, amazing, wonderful, because you have taken the time. And I keep talking about, as far as leading me is concerned, we have to take the time for self. We need to go in, we need to reflect, we need to work out what's best for us. And when you do that, you can come up with something that is really simple and easy for you to totally go with and feel, more importantly, feel that that's right for you. We're all individual, we're all unique. We may have similar values and similar purposes in life, but they are unique to me, to you. So for those of you who are able to go, I know exactly what my purpose is, congratulations. Woo! That is fantastic. But for the majority of you listening to this, you probably went, was the first part. Some of you might have gone, I think it's, right. And some of you might go, I have no clue what my purpose is. When we make the I think and well, that means we don't know it well enough and we're now making things up. So it's one of these things where when we know it, it's our guide, it's part of the GPS system we have within. It's also where it belongs in the body is actually the heart centre. The purpose, your why sits in your heart centre. So we have 3 brains in our body. I've talked about 3 brains before. These 3 brains we want to align, and that's what Decision Making Made Easy does. It aligns these 3 brains, okay? So we want to make sure that we know ourselves well enough that we can take the right and best decisions for us. If I don't know what my purpose is, that's going to be really difficult. And I'm going to get it right sometime and I'm going to get it wrong sometimes. And when I get it wrong, it's going to feel really bad. Right? So I don't want that for people. So there's lots out there. There's tons of stuff on the net about getting your purpose and finding your purpose, etc. But what I'm going to talk about is, what is purpose? What does it look like? What tangibles can I get that I would know that I know what my purpose is or I don't know? So simply put, it's actually the passion for doing something that we really love. It's the belief that we can make a difference. And it's not even necessarily in our work that we do, although the best thing is having a work that we do that feels just like that. That, we've heard the old thing, find the thing that you love doing and you'll never work a day in your life. I have found that. I've found exactly what I love doing. And this is sharing my knowledge and my experience over the years and what I've learned over the years. I didn't just come out like this and no, I've had to learn, and most of it's been the hard way. So if we just think about what it is that really lifts us up, floats our boat, lights us up, we can actually start to get to where a reason for being and our purpose really is. Jane Goodall, the amazing anthropologist, she said, what you do makes a difference, and you have to decide what kind of difference you want to make. That's the difference between going along and making a difference and you don't realise what different, and some of that difference can be not so good because you're not in a good state of mind and you don't know what your purpose is, and that makes you cranky and annoyed and frustrated and overwhelmed. Whereas when you know the kind of difference you want to make, it's linked to your purpose. So it's a lovely, lovely way of putting it. And the factors that drive, there's a few factors that I was thinking through before doing this episode. I thought to myself, what is it that we have that we know is driving us? And it's that focus and direction. The purpose provides the focus and direction. I mean, we can have focus and direction given by someone, which are a set of goals, that their goals, and you're striving to get to those goals. But you've got to think to yourself, what about my goals? And do what I'm doing at this moment in time, does this actually fit? Do their goals fit my goals? Does their purpose fit my purpose? Because if the answer is no, then you shouldn't be there. If the answer is yes, then great, you're in the right place. So that really, it gives you direction, it gives you focus on what you need to be doing. And this is what Leading Me is all about. It's about what's right for me, because what's right for me will be right for everyone else around me. If I'm doing what's wrong for me, it will be wrong for everyone else around me. So I'd prefer to choose what's right, because then everybody gets the benefit of me. I often say that I teach people to be selfish, because by being selfish, it means that everybody else around you gets a good you. Whenever someone's asking you to do something and they say, oh, don't be selfish, Mags, the reason they're saying that is because they want you to do something else that they want you to do. Well, who's been selfish there? So I can't please everybody. I can't please, to be honest, anybody but myself. So this is the premise of Leading Me. If I lead me in the best way, others will follow. So the first thing is direction and focus. Am I directing my focus in the right way for me? Because if I am, then it will feel as if I don't work. It feels as if everything's really easy because I love it. I'm enjoying it. Everything's so good. Then we've got, it enhances your motivation. And also resilience is something that is talked about a lot, and then there's a lot of people don't have very much resilience nowadays. And that's because most people are walking about with no purpose. If you know what's driving you, what your why is, it's really easy to latch onto that, to give you the motivation to do whatever it is. And that includes even a job that you may be in that you don't like, but you know you have to perform until you work out what it is you want and then go for whatever that is. I still need to perform, so I need to know what my motivation is to perform in that role so that I get a really good reference and they feel sorry that I'm leaving, right? But it builds a resilience of, I will find what motivates me to do a good job and keep this going, and then I can easily find other things, Okay, but if I have a clear purpose, I then have clear motivation and I build a resilience up. I can overcome goals, obstacles, anything that comes my way because I just link into that motivation. I'd done an episode on motivation, and if you want, go and listen to that, because that really underpins, as a leader, what people need to do is build a motivational environment. And to do that, you need to know what makes people tick. You need to know their why. You need to know their purpose. You need to know what they love. You need to know what their values are. So to start, you need to know what it is for you, right? If you're going to be leading other people, they follow you. If you don't know what it is, then you're in deep doo-doo, right? So it really does enhance that motivation and the resilience that we have. So I just want to come in and say, look, if you're enjoying this and you're getting lots out of this at this moment in time and it's making you think, then do me, please, a massive favour. And actually, you would really like to support the channel. Click the like button, subscribe, join the clan. Listen to different episodes that we have coming along. Watch on YouTube, hear it in podcast form. You can get it whatever way you want, but subscribe, hit the like button. It helps us and we really do appreciate the support. So, back to where we are as far as this purpose and what it's really all about for us. It improves our mental and emotional well-being. Because when we are purposeless, this is where, I often talk about the LeadingME ladder of leadership. And, that is the ladder that goes to the side, from one side to another, right? It's not the ladder that's, up and down, it's side to side, but it's also from one side into the middle, the other side into the middle, and one side is bigging it up, the other side is belittling. That is the state of the ego, and we're either in judgment and control, bigging it up, or we're in the belittling side of things where we're blame and we're in victim mode. So when we're talking about that, the two sides are all about mental health issues. Imagine the LeadingME being that portion. The ladder goes across your middle and out to the side, right? Now I've got right down this middle column is LeadingME. The two sides are my ego leading me, right? So I want to be LeadingME in the middle. So when it comes to improving mental health, the ladder of leadership shows that when I'm bigging it up or belittling, my mental health is out of sync because the ego is managing me. When I'm in the middle ground, then life becomes really, really easy. Everything flows. I'm in kindness, I'm in love. I am appreciating everything. And when I'm in here, this LeadingME middle part, that means I know what my values are, I know what my purpose is, and I know what I'm aiming to do as far as my vision. That's part of the LeadingME. If I don't know that, then mental issues will be abound. Okay? So having a purpose really does improve mental and emotional well-being. And you only have to look at, often I think of when we are in the workplace, and I've seen it over and over and over again. People have been working for years and years and they can't wait for retire, and they become retired, and then sometimes they've got an idea of what they're doing and they go around the world travelling, or they get to do something they've always wanted to do and they do this, and then within 6 months to a year, now what? Now what? I don't really know what. And then the other part is there's a lack of connectedness and belonging, because it was okay for those short months. I was doing something different, but where's my clan? Where's my tribe? They were my workplace. They were my work colleagues. Now, maybe I don't have that. I have maybe my other half. Maybe I don't have anyone else there. So there's two things, that mental health, well-being part, and also that belonging. And they're both very much connected, because when we're in this middle ground of leading me, we are very much connected to God, the universe, whatever you want to call it. We're in a belonging there, and it actually helps us foster out the way too, right? Foster relationships out the way. If, on the other hand, I'm rudderless without a purpose, because for some people their purpose was their job, and now I don't have one, that can cause major mental health issues. And you often hear they retired and within a couple of years they've died. Well, part of that is because they actually didn't have another part of purpose. They never sat down and thought about really this next part of my life. They've planned out what they're going to do short term, but what's the purpose I'm going to bring? And that connectedness can mean looking for something higher than self, that something larger than me. And it could be that I find something that grows massively, a business. Colonel Sanders, who was the fried chicken man, he didn't start until he was well in his 60s, right? So sometimes we're allowing new ideas to come in, but if we just sit without this sense of purpose and not going inside to find out what that is, then we miss the bigger picture. And yes, what is the point of going on? So that well-being part is absolutely massive for us. And sometimes if we're feeling rudderless, that's the place to go. Ask yourself, just as I asked at the beginning of this episode, what is my purpose? And if you can't answer that, that's the first place you should be going. Because I need to know what my purpose is so that I'm not rudderless and I can actually manage that ego, master the ego, and come in here to that middle ground of leading me. The wonderful Greek philosopher Aristotle said, "Where your talents and the needs of the world cross, there lies your vocation." And for me, he was basically saying, there lies your purpose. Right? It is a vocation, it is a purpose. So you have to find where your talents and the world's needs cross. You get that, and wow, there you go. You've got it. The other thing that obviously I'd be amiss if I didn't mention it, and I think Aristotle, and this is a Japanese way of doing things, I have no idea on timelines, what came first, or if actually they were birthed around about the same time. But Ikigai, anyone know Ikigai? It's a Japanese way of looking at what your purpose is. So you can actually find it from that. Now again, I'd still say you have to go deeper, because it's sometimes easy to answer some of these questions, but then if we don't go deep enough, we don't fully grasp what that purpose is. But just like Aristotle, Ikigai looks at the coming together of Venn diagram. So it's what you love, what you're good at, what the world needs, and what you can get paid for. That's the four things that overlap, and that becomes your purpose in the middle section. You can find that. It's Ikigai. Ikigai. Okay. You can find that all over the internet. You'll see there'll be lots of things. Just pop it into Google and you'll find it. That's no problem. But these two, Aristotle and Ikigai, for me, are the things of the coming together of. But you still have to go deeper, because, where's my talents? Often I'll have people say, I don't know what I'm talented at, Max. Right? What are the world's needs? I don't really know. Yeah. What do you love to do? I don't know what I love to do. Right? So as much as that sounds easy, Sometimes you have to go deeper, and it's partly why I put together Decision Making Made Easy, because I wanted exercises that could get this out of you rather than it just be giving you a Venn diagram, fill that in, and boom, there you go, you've got your purpose. Okay, so if you are interested in finding out more, you'll find it in show notes, you'll find it in below, above, links. I'll put a link to Decision Making Made Easy there. If you think to yourself, you know, I don't want to go search on the internet to find all these different things, Mags has got a link, I can just go. In that, you'll actually see it's the 6-step strategy for easy decision making, and there is a cost to that. However, every so often, I actually do discount this at about 80%, probably about twice a year. If you're interested in that, then pop a message to me. You'll find me on magsbell.com, and you can go to the contact us, send me an email, and if you send an email, that will help us know. But put in it that you're interested in the 80% off Decision Making Made Easy. So we will let you know. We can then send you a special invite for when we're doing that. So you can either buy it now and get on with the job, or you can wait until that discount, or you can go on and Google and find what you can out there that will help you find your purpose. So that is purpose. That is how we discover our true purpose, what it's all about, how it feeds into our well-being, as well as motivations that we have. So if you've enjoyed this, as I say, we would love your help with this. Just subscribe, hit the buttons, give us thumbs up, give us love hearts, do what you can to show your love, and we will love to have you as part of the clan. So as I say, for me, for now, stay true, stay you, and keep bringing out your brilliance. Bye for now.